just plain and simple, going in for your second UFC BJJ match, how are you feeling this week?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling pumped. This is one of the easiest coming up to the matches. How would I say this? It's been really easy coming up to this match, the easiest it's ever been, and I think that's a sign that that the process is getting easier, right? That things are lining up, that the training is lining up, that the practice is, the eating, sleeping. It's a lot of the little things that people don't see, right? Like oftentimes you think that, you got to be tough during the match and you got to be excited during the match, and that's a big part of it. But I think the preparation's a lot behind it, and having to prepare all the time can be stressful, and this time I'm coming in really low stress, so I'm excited.
So in your debut, you got the quick sub of the night. You were just so exciting to watch. Going in after that, do you have more confidence than ever, or do you feel even more comfortable than ever, kind of addressed before, coming into the stage after that? Yeah, before any of my matches, I'm already doing a lot of different mental work. So I'm doing visualization, I'm creating systems for things. So coming in, I'm not more confident or comfortable than I was before. The only thing I could think of is more aligned. My goal is more aligned than it's been, and just because of that work, that preparation I've been doing before. So the goal is the same: be entertaining, get the win, and above all, be grateful and have fun. So absolutely. And your opponent, Chandler, so you guys have run in that PFG circle together before. You've had a match. That one did end in a draw. Going back, thinking on it, how much of that do you bring in now? Because you are a little bit familiar with his game. Where you kind of go clean slate when you prep for something like this? Yeah, I mean, having faced him in the PGF, I personally don't look too far back in my matches. My coach did watch. He said that I beat him up pretty good. So I don't bring much of that into the match. Whether it was a win or a loss before, we're both different, right? So I'm respecting my opponent. I don't know what new tricks he's bringing, how he's prepared for me. I don't know how we've changed. Dynamics are constantly changing, right? So pretty much like you're saying, a fresh slate, clean slate. And with all my opponents, I come in and I try to impose my game. I try to demonstrate my jiu-jitsu. So regardless of the opponent, you're going to see me doing about the same thing. Mature and very level-headed mindset that you have. Where does that come from? Man, I mean, a lot of it is luck. Things just worked out for me. The way I grew up, the kind of things I consumed, the ways I was influenced. But a lot of it is mentors. A lot of it is the support system I have behind me, the structure. So I'm grateful for everybody at home, whether it's coaches, teammates, or family, friends. I'm just really fortunate to be in this spot. I hope that I can share what I do and what I know and my blessings with all these other people. But other than that, man, it just kind of worked out. So you've built a reputation for being kind of pretty fast finisher in these matches. When you're training for a match, although you're a fast finisher, do you always train as if you're going to be going the distance? Yeah, always. I mean, I'll train up to 2 hours, like nonstop. A little bit of water, a little bit of fruit. But I think that's something that I'm known for as well is my cardio and my pace. So if I can't finish a match quick, you're going to be seeing the same attacks. It's just going to be a flurry the whole match, and you're going to break. And if they don't break, hopefully it's going to be enough to secure the decision. I can't remember the last decision I lost. Usually it's going to be like by little points. Somebody sits and stalls, and there's none of that here. People are going to be moving, and if you're not, I'm going to take that victory. So yeah. Going into this match, is there anything that you are looking to showcase against Chandler? Oh yeah, I mean, always looking to hit a flying submission, always looking to get some form of leg lock, something cool. If not, just to put on a good match, have fun. More than anything, showcase a good attitude. I watched an interview of yours recently where you talked about, a few years ago, about how you didn't do great at local comps because you always wanted to be so dominant and aggressive. How great is UFC BJJ? Because that is a style that they're rewarding here, that the fans want to see. So how great is that? Yeah, I mean, it's excellent. I mean, it's excellent that you have such a prestigious event incentivizing action. Because, you're going to have local tournaments. Like local, there's a lot of local promotions that they'll say, like, we want action, but that's like family, friends, and coaches, which is amazing. That's excellent for the community. But to have something like UFC backing that and saying, okay, we're going to have the most exciting matches, that's exciting. That's exciting to me. And at a high level too. The level here isn't low, so yeah. And then right now we have this really exciting new wave of young grapplers coming in. You've got you, Jet, Landon, all from the PFG bubble, but coming in, I feel a lot of the times that younger athletes, sometimes the older athletes don't want to listen, or people are like, oh, well, they're so young, they don't know yet. What do you think is so special about what young grapplers are bringing to jiu-jitsu right now? Oh, man. I don't think age is too much into the question. I think a lot of people often bring up how young people are, and I think to look at that is neglecting different factors like longevity and passion, right? There's going to be some young guys that their parents are pushing them into it a lot. There's going to be some older people who pop up later. I was just talking about Alex Pereira. He popped up later in the MMA scene,
and who knows what they're going to do to the sport, you know what I mean? So I think looking at the athlete, you have to take a holistic approach. But the young guys you mentioned, Landon, Jet Thompson, these guys are great. You know, they have great systems. They're excited about jiu-jitsu. So I'm happy to be able to kind of come up in the same generation as them. You know, they're friends of mine. We keep in touch. So, and who knows, there might be even a match against them soon. So, yeah.
That'd be very exciting. I'm sure the fans would love that. You've been in the world of jiu-jitsu since such a young age.
Yeah.
If 5-year-old you could see you now, everything you're doing with UFC BJJ, what would that thought be?
What would that thought be? Man, I hope he wouldn't get too excited to where he pressures himself to become something, because there's no way that I would make it here if it was forced. You know, if the vision was set to be what it is now, you know, if I had set these goals so young, it wouldn't happen. You know, you really have to let things occur as they do. You know, things will happen the way they need to. You have the vision, you have the distant goals, but as things change, that's okay, and that's what I hope to continue to have. You know, jiu-jitsu is just a part of my life. And I hope to exceed in this and excel in this as well with other things. So I hope that mindset continues, and I hope that when I see myself 30 years from now, I'm like, man, I'm happy to be there as well.
Ending this off, I want to do a few fun rapid fire questions.
Absolutely,
so fans can get to know you. First things first, you mentioned Pereira.
Yeah.
Favorite UFC fighter?
Oh, right now probably going to be Ilya Topuria. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm just talking to everybody. I'm like, you're either an Ilya fan or he knocked out your favorite fighter. Next one, morning or night training?
Oh, night training for sure. Yeah, definitely vibes.
Best song to train to?
Oh, man, anything. I love everything. Coach always puts on some like 90s grunge, and that's great.
Love that. Yeah. Love that. Favorite TV show?
Oh, probably right now is going to be Jujutsu Kaisen.
I have to start that.
Okay, it's a good one, man. The beginning seems like it's a little gimmicky, but as you get into it, man, it's hard to put down.
I thought it was about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And then I realized it wasn't, and it was actually
a little
spelled
disappointed
different.
too. Yep.
Next one, biggest inspiration?
Wow, that's a great question. Probably going to be the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Has had the most influence out of all the people in my life.
I love that.
Yeah.
And for what reason? Is it a song? Is it an album?
I mean, it's really just kind of the energy they bring. I used to love to watch a lot of their live shows, and it's less each individual one or the band itself, but just kind of the energy they bring. That's something I want to be able to emulate, right? Kind of this, you know, funky, go with the flow, but high vibes, and even if it's you know, something a little more mellow or a little more sad, they make something out of it. So that energy is something I emulate in all parts of my life, I would say. But I mean, they're closely tied with so many other people and teachers. So yeah.
Then finally, last one. What's your favorite jiu-jitsu memory?
Oh man.
I know that I'm hitting you with the tough questions right now.
It's gonna be a similar thing. Like, it's not one moment in time. It's the memory of jiu-jitsu in my life. You know, it's for me personally, it's always been there. It's always been family. You know, my family trains. It's always been a pillar. I've always trained through hard times, through happy times, through times where I was growing, through times where I felt stuck. So it's just been something stable. It's absolutely not me as a whole, but it's a big part of me. So that's my favorite memories, just being jiu-jitsu.
I think to any young kid or anybody older watching this that's always wanted to start jiu-jitsu, you are such a great example of how much it can do for you and bring to your life in every way, not just in the physical aspect of the sport, but mentally as well.
I think so. Yeah, and people say that, and I really hope that, you know, I don't want to be a proponent and push like jiu-jitsu is the only way, you know, but I truly believe that jiu-jitsu is suited for many, many people because it's low impact. You're not going to get concussed. You're not going to get hurt. You can train 2 times a week. You can train 7 times a week. You can train when you're 10. You can train when you're 50. And I think that's huge, you know. By no means is it only jiu-jitsu, but jiu-jitsu is going to bring you a community, a culture, and I think it teaches you a lot. I think the people who stick around or are attracted to jiu-jitsu are a certain kind of person, or if you're not that kind of person, you only stick around because it changes you, it develops you in a way. And if it doesn't, there's so many other things for everybody. And I hope that the message I bring is to go find something you really love. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's all I had for you today.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the interview, and good luck this week.
I appreciate it.